Damn. Oh, well, looks like we gonna have to set that shit up from the top. Protocol already established. Y'all know who y'all be. A lot of people in the community, man. Shouts to the cast. Seth and Drew right now, March 11th for Raw. You know, all that. And then March 12th, NXT. Right now, Seth and Drew in a spot where Drew feels like the odd man out in his main event storyline, and then Seth looks like was looking like the odd man out. You know what I mean? So far as the WrestleMania main event storyline, you know, night one, let's call it like that. You know, preoccupation. That's Drew's complaint. You know, Seth has a million other things he has going on right now, and I don't like it. So no, and I'm gonna take the title off of him for it. Shouldn't be complaining. Like, he's begging Seth not, to focus on this, but then it's like, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation with the way it's looking with the bloodline right now, respectfully. Like, if you don't, and if you don't take care of this problem now, then these guys are going to be coming for you eventually. But if you do take care of the problem now, we can guarantee you exactly what you want and a quite possible fair match. I don't know. It's looking like Bloodline Rules is going to be taking place if we keep it 1,000. But as far as Seth and Drew, I mean, I want Drew to have a championship, and it would be great if he won. I like Seth for the match only because, but Drew's been screwed over so many times. There needs to be some kind of shenanigans to take place. You know what I mean? Like, I actually can see what's going on. I'm gonna give it some thought in another week for Backstage Creator to take care of and produce some more, just to see if we get anything else, and then I might make a jump on a direction I could see things, because that would be 2 weeks out, things can make sense. But it's all right. Seth and Drew right now, look, it's another one they knocked out the park. Yet another one, so we just gonna take a deep breath and keep that same exact energy going. I didn't say anything. I'm barely even watching. You know what I mean? But nah, anybody that is paying attention to it can clearly see that Seth and Drew right now are doing legitimately some of their best work. I think everybody is doing some of their best work right now in this era. So I won't even say that, because the comparison to what was going on in the last administration, I'd honestly rather this. I enjoy, let's look at it. Okay. Right now we have what's going on. I want to say we should wait till Cody's segment for that. So cool, because we got to move through this show. So, Becky Lynch came face to face with Rhea Ripley after a match. Went in there with Liv, got it popping. Her and Liv got it popping. Liv kept up. Liv has that spot. I definitely see the image persona, and I appreciate what Liv brings to the table. You know what I'm saying? Rebecca is working her way up little by little each week, or maybe every other week or something like that, but she's working it out for me, and I'm slowly really, really gaining like a stronger traction with Becky Lynch right now. I think she's doing a great job. And I mean, do I want to see her beat Mommy at Mania? Rebecca has had enough time. Right now, if Rebecca took some time off after Mania, it would make most sense. It would be just fine, and then we get back to it and she's fresh again. She's in that same space that Charlotte was kind of in, but she's a strong name. Give her some time to chill and let everybody else get some strong names. That's what we can hope for, and that's all we can pull for. So Becky gets back whenever she takes that break. And, I mean, it's legit going to be a different type of animal. So we could do that. That's how I feel about it. Can't wait for the match. Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell, Ivy Nah, Maxine Dupree. Something going on in the women's division. That's what I got for it. So I'm not even going to complain. It is what it is. It's something that's building them. I know the game has a lot more of a situation now with women's segments and the vastness and then the time constraint. Like, just the vastness of 3 hours, then a time constraint. Like, it doesn't make sense, but it makes perfect sense. And then we have to have the in-ring, the character development, the storylines. These women did not, it's very difficult to get them over when you don't have, an hour show to definitely highlight them each week. It's different. And then to have them in prominence is very different. But I appreciate The fact that they got in there and was able to try to do something. All right, now, emotional Cody Rhodes vowed to bring his family to blah blah title, not blah blah title, but you know. Okay, backstage enjoys trying their little tongue twisters. I'm not playing that game right now, but I do peep them, and the 2.5 that I've seen knocked out of the park, I definitely will say have been knocked out of the park. It was one where it was like, oh my God, see, that was why you shouldn't have wrote that shit in. But let's just keep it going. It's a lot larger of a game being played right now backstage, obviously, and you can see elements of it, you know, somewhat playing out on screen during these promos. And this is why I speak to what was and what is now. Like, would you rather a singular tyrant creating based on malice and projection, or would you rather a fun little playful rivalry between two of the greats so far as their, you know, creative self-expression, you know, like, and then the universality of this product, you know, it's like how many ways we can go about doing what it is we do, and it's all based on all what it is we do, and then we just create more off of it. It's like the Ouroboros. That's what I'm seeing. Snake eating its own tail. I mean, well, two of those then. You know what I mean? Like Caduceus. You know what I mean? Like, I can go other directions with it, but it's like, I think that it's much healthier for the product to have these sort of clashes responsibly as opposed to, you know, a one-man fucking wrecking crew. Now we have a team. Two heads are better than one. And I mean, we have a lot of teams so far as we know back there. But I think that we can find a more proper mesh for everyone in the way that everyone can be made happy. And I know it's like it's easier said than done, definitely, you know, but I believe in it. I mean, I know you want one person, but there's a reason why the president has a vice president. There's a reason why I don't want to call out assistants or, you know, like hierarchies or anything like that, because that's not what I'm getting at here. Like, if we all at the top, we all playing at the top. Oh, who's in charge of who, and who's boss, and all the rest of that. Look, Rock has a great gimmick right now when he's, you know, doing that. They definitely salvaged elements of that part, you know, on SmackDown. But at the end of the day, you know, there's a lot of politics in regard to it. I've already made my stance clear as far as how I would like that structured, but my opinion doesn't matter on it. I'm looking at the contribution that Triple H has offered to this. He's given his entire everything to it, period. Like, we all love The Rock because he went out and came back a bunch of times, and it was real few and far between, but at the same time, he like came back a million times, and now he's here, now he's home, and so he has to go do his thing again. But we know that now we've got definite access, so he ain't going nowhere. All right, cool. The whole time The Rock was out paving further roads and like doing what he could to make lanes, you know what I'm saying, to blaze trails for what the platform of WWE does. You know, while he was doing that, you have people like Triple H that were literally there the whole time, doing the maintenance, doing everything that they could do to keep that machine moving forward, so that when we get to those points where we need a blazed trail, where we get to those points where it's like, oh shoot, we got pirates, you know what I'm saying, so that we need to find another way around it all. You know, like, it's like we have had him right there, whether he was promoted at the helm or whatever. We all know he's been in a very, very unique position within the company for decades now. We're not going to discount that. We're not going to disrespect it. I don't care what's going on with his personal and immediate. I don't care about that. I care about what he's been able to contribute throughout the years. And that man has given his heart for this. He's given his life to this. He's dedicated everything. So we're not going to just act like what he and then we've seen his growth from NXT to 205 to now this. And I mean, I'm not going to get into how much further he should be along, but he was clearly like hindered. Like, nah, just like we got as much love for Dwayne, we got just that much love for Paul, because we knew he was somewhere backstage, pissed off, at home mad because some fake ass field trip, gutting out with all of his creation. Now he has it again. I'll fight for that. And I'll fight for his spot in it too. And I'm not talking about taking it away from him or having whatever title go away. And then, no. I'm not going to take a side. Personally. Like, if I had to choose between the two, I'm choosing the fucking pistol to my dome. I don't want it. I don't want those two fighting and trying to have this I'm better than you mentality, because those days are done. Oh no, I'm a better wrestler. And the predetermined, come on now. So now we got one between the CEO and the predeterminer. Oh, come on, man. Like, come on, man. It's not good for optics. It's not a good vibe in general. And the people would love to find out that these guys actually have some kind of personal vendetta against one another based on the broken and fractured motherfucking pardon my language, but the fractured culture that is, the ego-based genre of professional wrestling and sports entertainment. It's levels to it, man. And there's my political Cody response. Shouts to Cody. I got it. There's enough. Shouts to Michael Cole too for the interview. Let's move forward. Kabuki Warriors, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark. Kabuki's won. Sports Animatainment. I missed out on it. I'm a little upset, but it is still dope. Damian Priest beat R-Truth. I didn't get to see it. Good. I'm not mad at it at all. I'm glad that he won. People love Truth, so good sympathy on him, I suppose. And it was okay with me. All right, then the main event. Look, Sami Zayn won the main event. Sami Zayn is who's being picked. Chad Gable was my pick. Pause. 6-man tag team match at Mania. I'm calling the holy shit on that. It's a ladder match. It's a lot of bodies. I know some people don't agree with it. Don't agree with the idea. Should have just did the 6-man. Y'all all heard me last week. I thought it was going to be the 6-man ladder. It made perfect sense. But, hey, they want to go another direction to get more people on the show. I'm not here to argue about who's getting on and who's not going to be there. I hope everybody gets an opportunity and somebody, if not more than one person, gets to create one of those indelible moments in our minds for the rest of the history of WWE, this WrestleMania 40. That's how I feel about it. Sami Zayn winning, taking on Gunther at Mania. I disagree with the idea of Gunther losing at Mania to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn can't beat Drew McIntyre, but he's going to beat Gunther? Really? Respectfully to all superstars attached. And Sami Zayn on television, on screen, what I look at every week, he's proven so far as the in-ring, but he has not proven, he hasn't proven enough. He's proven in-ring. But so far as the rest of it, I'm not sold. Everyone else will love him, but the bloodline stuff and all the rest of it, but the little engine that could Sami Zayn, I'm not banging with it. What happened to the master strategist? What happened to the smart guy? Not the conspiracy theorist, but the guy that knows the things and all of the genericals and has all of the experiences and knows that's what I want to see. I'm not seeing that right now. I'm just seeing another scruffy guy that's going to go in there and get his ass kicked by Gunther personally. And it should happen like that. I would rather Gunther retain the championship. Sami Zayn doesn't need the Intercontinental Championship if that's the case. He needs to start going for the World Heavyweight Championship if it's going to be all that. I can't say what creative should be and what creative should do. I'm not going to be mad at the decision either way, because if he was to become Intercontinental Champion, though I disagree with it, I mean, if they have that faith in him for real, I've been saying, like I said he should move on to go just chase after the championship at this point. Don't even try to get in there with Gunther because it's not worth it. You got a better shot right now, a better story trying to beat Drew if he was to win at Mania. That's the directions I see so far as proper character development. But again, I don't do it. I'm just within the space. All right, now, let's head over to the streets of NXT for March 12th, man. Hey, yo, man, I think I ain't see that shit, bro. That's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. Cake jokes. Let's move forward, man. Yo, alright, so LWO, OTM, LWO solid management, solid showing. OTM, I mean, look, they still brand new. The people like them. The crowd trying to give them a little chant early, you know what I mean? We all working together hand in hand. Excuse me. LWO in there having a solid tag showing, man. It speaks to the tag division in general. Can't wait to see what we get as far as championship matches concerning that division in NXT. Shouts to all of them. No Jada Parker. I understand, I guess. Hope she's alright. Moving on. Lexis King, Mr. Stone. I suppose. Lexis King character, he's on his way. I could definitely say that. He's on his way. Good on him. We all know he's been, he's got lineage. So now we just want to get him some mileage. Point blank. Mr. Stone, shouts to Mr. Stone. Him and what's his name? Von Wagner, they got a little adorable story, and we're gonna see if they could, continue building it. But yo, look, man, Mr. Stone got a nice build, don't he? So, have him in there doing a thing, a nice little win that means something but doesn't mean too much, and it's a loss that doesn't actually hurt because we still all love Mr. Stone and him and Von Wagner together. So that's cool. NXT North American Champion Oba Femi. I would rather some of these guys just say their first names now and then let the rest of let the full name moments be a bit more like added in, but let's get a little more appealing to the casual. Like, oh, hey, champion Oba Femi. Yes. No. Yo, Oba. You know what I mean? Hey, Oba, can I get a couple of questions? You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that instead of like it's too visual novelty, in my opinion. Like, I don't like it. It's too much of the 2K on that. And it doesn't make sense like they used to do that on SmackDown. Like, listen here, The Rock. No one says that. No one calls him The Rock. They call him Rock. The Rock. We all know the grammaticals on that. Let's move forward, man. Ariana Grace beat Gigi Dolan. Okay, so Prom Queen beat the little rebel one. As I'm seeing it, what we doing with Gigi? What's going on? What's up with Gigi right now? I don't know what's going on, but I got eyes on. Let's say it like that. Ariana Grace, look, I didn't get to see the match. I'm happy that she got a victory. I'm wondering what's going on with Gigi. I'm not going front, but the little prom queen or whatever, at Miss NXT Universe. Look, I already told y'all I enjoy it, but we're gonna see what else it could do. I don't exist. Let her be natural. Let's see what happens whenever she gets to my TV. Shouts to Hulu. Kiana James, Izzy Dame, Thea Hill, Fallon Henley. Kalani got beat up backstage by somebody. First of all, shouts to Kiana James and Izzy Dame. Shouts to Izzy Dame. Definitely. Strong. I like the strong vibe. And Kiana being the brains behind the operation. Keep them together. Don't be dummies. We got something working here. Thea Hill, Fallon Henley. So Kalani went down. Fallon came out way later on. A natural growth to the top spot. A natural growth with the superstars. That's how I'm feeling about it. And we just gonna wait to see if anything really grows out of that, because now they know like she's on everyone's radar now. So let's see if she's able to make something of it, or they have that faith in her. Thea Hill, dressing like JC Jane, acting like JC Jane now is pretty stupid to me. I mean, I could see matching coloration, but the way the same exact things, I didn't agree with it from the jump. Um, Trying to be sexy like Jacy Jayne. Look, Jacy Jayne is hot in her own rights, but she's still finding her character herself, and she has a lot. But I'm still not. I mean, we're just gonna have to wait for Thea to find the character. Jacy, we already knew she was in like build mode, so she's primordial. We'll wait for her to get there. When she gets there, who's this Jasmine Nix character? No comment yet. Um, yeah, man, and all four of them, they did okay. I'm not mad at it. The whole Chase U situation and all that. Look, things back on. I'm not even about to get into none of the details because I don't exactly know them. And then we have Sean Spears and Ridge Holland. Don't see the story, don't know the story. But look, taking time and getting them back. The story was, from what I got to see, what was it? Rich can't control his anger. Sean's trying to call that out. I mean, I wouldn't say keep him off my TV, but I'm not sold on him. No this, excuse me, no this, but there's a line. Like, I see a Sean Spears come back, and I appreciate what he's offered and what he can continually offer, so I'm happy that he's back, definitely. But honestly, like I said, there's a line. Like, I look at a Sean Spears, and okay, I think to Jade. So I feel, I think to Jade. The presence. Sean has a presence, respectfully. But I think to Jade. And she can take her time and get there whatever she wants. I mean, I'm just calling it out. Like, it's how I feel. Whatever she get there is when she get there. But at the same time, like, look, you here, bro, but you ain't who I want to see. I'm not going to front. And I say that respectfully. You know, I like everybody. I appreciate everything everybody does. Money in the Bank coming up soon. Go ahead and check that out. WrestleMania coming up soon. You make sure you do that. I appreciate you listening into the prioritized opinion in the WWE universe. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't paying attention, you should be. And I ain't gonna be over here complaining about what is and what ain't, and who needs to be part of what, and how many champions we haven't seen of certain ethnic status and backgrounds and all the rest of that. How much time we been on this? 22 minutes. Do I take a minute and go ahead and address the light work that's going on over there in the guy named Jamal talking too much? Not really. He's still trying to find his niche within the space. He's trying to apply to the Fioso. Like, you're not that kid. Respectfully, not yet. You have a long way to go, and you may have the subscriber base, Jamal. You may have the fans, my boy. But you ain't got this. You know, you might have the car, my boy. Nice garage in the house and all that. You'll never be this, all right? I understand that you're trying and you want the attention and all the rest of the things. Understand something, Scrap. Whatever you got, you better be happy with. Know that. Because my boys told me, you playing with that? I said, look, man, he's adorable, y'all. They said, man, if you don't bring yourself back over here where the opinions really matter. And I'm like, look, I'm trying to go out there and recruit, see if we got some special. Technically, this guy was slid across my desk. We know. We've heard about him. He went real quiet on my folk. That's what I've noticed. So continue in that same space before I take an honest notice and look at the chronology of your content. I'm being for real, bro. Like, you don't know what you fucking with. You don't. So, before you get the promo of the Divine Gods scorching your earth, my G, play somewhere else. It's not your part of the ball court over here.